Welcome to Bank of China. Can I help you?
Yes, of course. I'm a foreign student studying in China, and I want to get some advice about my tuition remittance and living fees.
Okay, 3 international remittance ways are commonly used in our bank. First is telegraphic transfer, which is short for TT. Second, demand draft, we used to call DD. And the third is traveler's check.
Oh, I see. Could you explain me something more about these 3 processes?
Of course, the telegraphic transfer is in trust by the remitter, and then the remitting bank will issue an indication through SWIFT to authorize payments into beneficiary's account to the remitting bank. Through demand draft, the remitting bank issues a draft to the drawee, which can directly be used by the drawee in the paying bank for funds. Traveler's checks is the bill purchased with fixed amount before going aboard, which can be easily encashed in aboard by proper identification of remitter through signature.
So, if I use the traveler's check and my signature did not match with the former and the later signature, I cannot encash it, right?
Yes, of course.
Is there any difference between them?
Yes, of course. You should choose it on the basis of credit time for beneficiary and extra charges.
Could you give me some suggestions if I want to remit my tuition to college?
TT is the quickest way to transfer the funds, which takes 2 to 3 working days. There is no extra charge except the charge for remittance. However, if there is any intermediate bank, there would be some extra service charges. So in case of transferring tuition fees, the parents are advised to add some amount, generally $50, so that the extra amount of fee could be received by the school.
So when I am in China, is it possible for my parents to use the TT process to remit the living fees to me?
Yes, you can open an account in our bank with your passport and give your account number and account name to your parents. You will receive the amount in dollars and can exchange it into RMB by bringing your passport in our bank. When you send your account number and name, be precise about account number including capital letters and spellings. It should match with your bank account and name.
Actually, how does this DD works?
DD is usually used for small transactions. It always takes long time for the settlement, but there is one good point that the transaction fee is usually small, but we don't advise you to use it unless it's required.
I heard many of the students, when they came to China, they used the traveler's check. So how can I use it?
Traveler's checks is the most simplest and economic way, but it takes some charges when you issue it in your country, and also 0.75% of total amount is charged while cashing it. We also advise you to take some traveler checks, as it's more safer than carrying cash for living fees. But you should take proper care of the checks, and your signature should match with the first signature which you did while issuing the checks.
Oh, thank you very much. You gave me a lot of ideas about the remittance. But could you please summarize this for me?
To be simple, I suggest you or any new students coming to China to use TT to send the tuition fees to the school account. And you could carry some traveler checks and some cash for your living fees. And when you arrive China, you can open a personal account for further transaction of fees or living fees in Bank of China.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.